And there's another rampage. And there's another rampage. And there's another rampage. So there's another build out on the Battle for Azeroth Beta, and what's new? Well, Fury is new, that's for sure. So Fury has seen some major reworking right now on the beta, and coming from someone who's not particularly a fan of Fury on Live and how it plays, I gotta say I love the changes they're making right now. And you never know, it might be because it's fancy and new that I find it fun. But anyways, I'm gonna go over the latest Fury changes and give you my 2 cents on the matter. And this is not gonna be one of them how good are Fury right now videos. It will mainly focus on the gameplay aspect, how do they feel and what have they changed. So if you enjoy these kind of videos where I rant a bit and check what's new on the beta, please subscribe to my channel and let's get on with the video. So starting off with the spellbook changes, gonna go over to Enrage. So Enrage now procs off your Bloodthirst. It has a 30% chance to proc every time you use Bloodthirst. And it now increases your haste by 25% and your movement speed by 10%. Lasts for 4 seconds. So previously it just increased your attack speed, which meant when it procced you swang a bit more, and when it didn't you swang a bit less. But right now you can actually feel the difference when it procs, since it's 25% haste, and it works with your global cooldown and stuff like that, so it just feels more engaging to actually get an Enrage proc. So Furious Slash has been reworked to feel a bit more meaningful to press right now. So it no longer increases your crit chance on Bloodthirst, but instead it has a 10% chance to enrage you and it generates 4 rage. So you feel better about having to press it, if you will. So just getting a higher uptime on your enrage and actually generating some more rage in between is just a very welcoming change. So Raging Blow now has 2 charges and generates 12 rage. It's on a 7-sec cooldown and it has a 25% chance to instantly reset its own cooldown. Just giving a more reaction to your gameplay, like, oh shit, need to press this. So it's, I'm a huge fan of proc-based stuff, so it's very fun to play around with just having the procs go off and chaining Raging Blow and just generating so much rage. It's a lot of fun to tell you. So they've reworked Execute as well to be more of a DPS boost filler. So you still have it at 20%, but it now has a 6-second cooldown and generates 20 rage every time you use it. So instead of changing your entire rotation around it, you just weave it in between. Which to me feels great, because I personally never liked the, boss is at 20%, well screw my entire rotation and let's spam this and some other thing instead. That just doesn't feel compelling to me. It's more fun to just have it as a bonus instead of changing everything you do around it. But I'm not a Fury main, might be some people crying right now about that change. And lastly, 100% crit is gone. First of all, Battle Cry is now Recklessness, and Recklessness has been completely reworked. So it no longer grants you 100% crit for its duration, instead it grants you 20% crit and increases your rage gain from abilities by 100%. So you pop it, you spam more, and you get more rampages out, and it just feels awesome. So moving on to the talent tree, where the most fun is. So gonna do a quick run over on the talent changes and a bit how they look on the beta. So starting off with War Machine, your auto attacks generate 10% more rage, and killing an enemy instantly generates 10 rage, and increases your movement speed by 30% for 8 seconds. So you no longer get the haste proc from killing enemies. Endless Rage now works like your old legendary, so you gain 6 rage whenever you enrage. Fresh Meat now increases your Bloodthirst chance to trigger Enrage by 15%, so using this one, you kinda have 50% chance to proc Enrage every time you use Bloodthirst. On our 30 row, nothing has really changed. We have Double Time, Impending Victory, and Stormbolt. 45 Reckless Abandon, so it's like our old talent but works with the reworked version of Reckless Abandon, so it lasts 2 seconds longer and generates 100 rage. It's pretty nice to pop on pull, be able to get a rampage out instantly. Outburst, same, Avatar is Avatar. Furious Charge, Bounding Stride, Warpaint, not much new to go over there. Carnage, same there. Rampage costs 10 less rage and deals 10% increased damage. Massacre. Execute critical strike reduces the rage cost of your next rampage by 100%. But Frothing Berserker has seen some rework. So Rampage now costs 95 rage, up from 85 baseline, and increases your damage done by 10% and your haste by 10% for 6 seconds. So every time you use Rampage, you get 10% haste and damage increase for 6 seconds. And I personally like this change a lot. I hated the old version where you had to rage cap to get the benefit. It just felt awkward to be able to use Suspender, but not using it because you wanted to rage cap. So, liking this one a lot. Inner Rage, to be announced. Frenzy, same. Increases your haste by 5%, stacks up to 3 times. And Bloodbath, same. Wrecking Ball has been moved to a level 100 talent. I got Dragon Roar and Blade Storm here. So the current setup I've been running while trying out the Fury Warrior is Endless Rage, Double Time, Reckless, Abandon, Bounding Stride, Carnage, Frenzy, and Wrecking Ball. And this is just because it feels like it synergizes well. I can't tell you what build is the best build. I haven't done the math. The math isn't even done yet for it, and the tuning isn't even done. So, can't really tell you what you should run. But this has worked for me, and it was a lot of fun to play with. Endless Rage, just more rage whenever you enrage. So a lot of these things just went hand in hand. Reduce the cost of Rampage by 10, just means you get more Rampage out, just means you enrage more often, which works hand in hand with Endless Rage, which gives you more rage when you enrage. Having Frenzy just increases your haste, just helps with the global cooldown, makes you spam more, and every time you use Furious Slash, there's a chance you enrage, just proccing that Endless Rage more. So I just have so much rage to work around with just spamming Rampage at all time. And Wrecking Ball, well, just felt nice to have one more proc to play around with. Dragon Roar didn't really seem to do that much damage on single target. And between Blade Storm and Wrecking Ball, with lucky procs, Wrecking Ball did more damage than Blade Storm. Not sure which one will work out the best for AoE, but single target Wrecking Ball just felt very nice. And trying it out a bit on a dummy just to show you a bit what I'm talking about, the spamminess of this spec right now, and it's in a good way, mind you. So we start off with just popping Recklessness on pull with some with our racial. We're just gonna get so much shit done. So right out of the bat, we got a Rampage and a Whirlwind out. Just keeping that blood for it, and there's another Rampage. And there's another Rampage. And there's another Rampage. I mean, you just build it up so fast with Recklessness. Trying to keep that Furious Slash stacked. Getting it off. And now we got some downtimes. We can make sure we have 3 stacks on our Furious Slash. Slows down a bit when Recklessness is off, but it's still a lot of spamming. I mean, I don't know why it's so much more fun right now, but I just love the changes they made. I find it just ties in together so well, all the talents and the procs you get on. Like right now I can just spam Raging Blow. Granted, I probably should use Blood first more often, but hey, I'm not a Fury main. I'm just having a little bit of fun. But yeah, the rotation just flows so well right now, and there's no awkwardness with it at all. It's just so much fun. And using this spec where I'm not opting in for Avatar or Bloodbath, it just works so well with the new GCD changes. Surely not what Blizzard had in mind, but I mean, using Bloodbath, Avatar, and Recklessness on pull, that's really, really awkward, because you charge in and you're like, oh, 1 CD, 2 CD, 3 CD, and now I can do my rotation. But just going Recklessness and none of the other CDs, it just feels very good, because you just pop it while charging in and you just keep spamming and mangling on like an absolute beast. So that for me is a lot more fun than chain spamming 3 cooldowns and then starting your rotation. But as I previously said, I can't tell you which will be the better spec in the end. But yeah, that's it for my quick look at the Fury Warrior on the Battle for Azeroth Beta. And if you like these kind of videos, please support me by subscribing to my channel, leaving a like or a comment below. And if you have any questions at all, just hit me up in the comments and I'll answer them as well as I can. So that's it for today. So thanks for watching and I will see you next time.